Hello, Lions. I am Lion Rob Rand with the Minneapolis Downtown Next Generation Lions Club in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is my honor to be here tonight to talk about our newest branch club, the Minneapolis Lions Bike Club. So I am part of multiple District 5M, District 5, and here we go. Before we start, I would just like to make it clear that we are talking about pedal bikes. And so when we think in terms of specialty club, the idea that came to us right away was a biking club. And I'll explain why in just a little bit. But as you take a look here, these are two pictures in Minneapolis of avid bikers or bike individuals who bike in our city. And so we as a Lions Club are trying to embrace the idea of biking and to make that part of our portfolio of clubs here in our district. A quick overview about our district. This is multiple District 5M on the right that you see. And we are geographically in District 5M5, a quite small area. So we can never complain about the time that it takes to travel from one side of the district to the other. We are the Hennepin County, which is the home of Minneapolis. So we do deal with traffic, but we don't deal with a lot of distance here. So when you take a look at the map, District 13, District 10 has hours to travel. And here in 5, we do not have that. So if you take a look down here, you can see the 5 mark here where the green in the center. Again, that is the Minneapolis area of Minnesota. We have 1,336 members at the time of this presentation. We have 40 clubs, and we are fortunate in District 5M5 to have 8 Leo's clubs. We do have a Leo's district that is formed. And with COVID, some of our Leos are not as active as they were, but we know that will come back after COVID. I'd like to start talking about our global membership team in our district. We do meet monthly, and our membership team is truly a team approach. We have 10 members. And in addition to that, our district leadership team is often present, which is great to see. Our global membership team meetings have overviews or recaps or touch-ins with different categories. And so there's a team of people that are assigned to new clubs. What area in our district would benefit from a new club? How are our most recently established clubs doing, and then kind of talking about the idea of specialty clubs and what are opportunities for growth in our district. We have a team that works on our Lioness conversions. At the start of this Lions year, we had 2 Lioness groups. We have successfully converted 1 Lioness group, and the second is hopeful by the end of this year. We have a team that works on recruitment. So how are we reaching out to potential new members? What forms are we recruiting in? And then providing the resources and the ideas to our districts of how to recruit new members. We have a team that focuses on troubled clubs. So maybe the clubs have a lower membership total. What can we do to help support the growth of those clubs? What can we do to let those clubs know that we're here? Some clubs seek help, some don't. So just making sure that as a district, we're aware of how our clubs stand. We have a team that works on retention. So how are we making sure that our current Lions are feeling like they're getting out of our clubs what they had hoped to when they joined? And how are we making sure that we're keeping the Lions that we have? And then finally, we have a group that talks about Leos and what are the Leos doing? How can we include the Leos? And then also talking about that transition as our high school students are leaving Leos. Is there something that we can do or track to make sure that those Leos are maintaining their experience and continuing into Lionism. Excuse me. So the why. In 2017, we heard the launch of the specialty club idea. And at that point, there were a couple of promotional videos that were launched. And watching those videos, it kind of asked or raised the question in my mind of why not? Why can't we do that? Why can't we find individuals that have a common interest in our own community that may be interested in forming a specialty club around their area of interest or expertise? Then taking that further and saying, all right, this is your passion, this is your expertise, this is what you love to do. How can we turn that into a form of service? How can we help you do what you do to better the community overall? And it's that idea of bringing knowledge to a new generation of Lions. And new generation doesn't mean young, excuse me, young or old. It means just introducing Lionism to others, to helping others see why we do what we do, and to have them join Lions and make a positive impact in their community. So in Minneapolis, one of the areas that we thought about is a biking club. And the idea of a biking club for us has been talked about probably since the launch of our specialty program that we heard about. So it's important to say that this is not, for us, was not a quick process. We had many conversations. We had conversations with bike clubs or bike stores, bike shops. And while in our mind we thought it was brilliant, excuse me, that's not that wasn't it hasn't been an easy ride without some bumps. But when we think about Minneapolis, we know that Minneapolis has 98 miles of bike lanes, 101 miles of off-street bikeways and trails. We know that Minneapolis has 16 miles of on-street protected bikeways. So biking is here in Minneapolis, and hopefully one of the things that our branch club will do also is kind of bridge the gap between bikers and non-bikers, providing that education on bike safety and road safety. We know that in 2018, Bicycle Magazine listed Minneapolis 4th in its ranking of the nation's best bicycling cities. Minneapolis has the 3rd highest 5-year average of bicycle commuting for large U.S. cities. Minneapolis has 26 bike shops within the city. And our city of Minneapolis continues to implement its bicycle master plan to provide safe routes for bikes and opportunities to increase the number of individual biking. And so as our city continues to grow, the city wants to make sure that there is safety, that there's opportunities, and the growth is happening in our city. Here are 4 pictures of what it's like to bike in Minneapolis. I should have added some winter pictures here, but you can see there are parkways, there's greenways, there's trails, all designated to biking here in Minneapolis. So what we did is we met as a district GMT and set some district goals. And so once we knew that we wanted to pursue the specialty bike club, we had determined that we would charter it during the 1920 Lions year, keeping in mind that this is COVID. We are very willing and happy if that needs to extend to the 2021 Lions year, that is no problem. Our goal was to establish our branch club by October of 2020, and we've successfully done that. We needed to find a sponsoring club, and we've done that. Organize a club liaison and guiding lions. Club liaison and guiding lions have been found. And then we needed to ensure that we're providing resources as needed to the Minneapolis Lions Bike Club. And so just making sure if there's questions that the members of the bike club who are new know who to ask, know where to go, and know what resources are available to them. And so those were the goals that our district created at the onset of the discussion about our specialty club. So with the branch club, so the club itself, our goals that we created were to establish the club officers so that we could form our branch club. And once we had some potential members for our branch club, we needed to find those officers and making sure that the officers knew what would be expected. And so we've successfully now been able to list our club officers and register our branch club. We established some benchmark goals for membership. We're working towards that goal of creating a full 20-member club. But in an effort to do that during COVID, we set some benchmark goals. So where do we want to be in December? Where do we want to be in March? Where do we want to be in May? And everyone is aware of those goals, from GMT to the liaison to the guiding lion to the officers. Excuse me. We've created and maintained a social media presence. And so initially right away, we set up a Facebook page. That Facebook page was set up by the district, but has now been taken over by the officers within the club. And that is to promote some of the education awareness of bicycle riding in the city, but also then to promote Lionism in their events. We also created a meetup site where individuals can log on and search for activities that are going on based on their interest. And so someone who is an avid biker or interested in biking could go into Meetup, select biking, and then find information about our Lions Club and some of the events that we're doing. They can RSVP, they can be directed to our Facebook page through that Meetup site. And for us, it's proved to be very valuable. A goal was to host an informational night that was in partnership with the district. The district led it, but then our officers spoke, and we had current Lions speak about their experience. We had new interested members talk about what they would be hoping to gain, and then talk about their background in biking and what they think something like this could look like. Our branch club has also talked about a charter night, of course, with the district conversations, the guiding lion, and the liaison. So that is something we're talking about, and we want to set that goal so that that can become a reality for us. And then we started to talk about the importance of a calendar with possible monthly activities or future activities with COVID, just making sure that there was an opportunity to promote when having conversations with others. And so what are some of the things that this club could do so that when you are trying to promote and talk with others, you have something that people can kind of connect with and want to be a part of. With that, some of the possible events that we've talked about for our branch club, and this is just kind of to show how we are taking that biking theme and really incorporating it. So this club currently is a specialty bike club. It is an online club at this point as well. And the other piece is currently they probably will be doing the majority of their work between April and October. One of the things that we're hitting hard from a district standpoint is just that this club is about what they want to do. So while we have a liaison and while we have a guiding lion, it's the officers and members of this club that will make the decisions. And so we can provide them with ideas, but again, it's really whatever they want to do. So the possible events that we've talked about around biking is Your Bike, Your City photo contest, encouraging people to be healthy and still active. And so as they're doing that, if they're taking photos with their bike somewhere in Minneapolis, take a picture with the bike and submit that. Safety workshops or seminars, partnering with local bike shops, for example, to do a seminar on fat tire bike riding, or a safety workshop on for families on how to ride, as a family around the city. Safety workshops for kids, how to wear a helmet, how to use hand signals, how to properly maintain your bike, are all activities that this club could be involved with. A number of our schools here in Minneapolis have bike fleets, so they actually teach kids how to ride a bike. As a fourth grade teacher, it is an experience to be involved with a bike fleet when it comes to school, and you have students that are 9 and 10 who don't know how to ride a bike. And so it's an opportunity for our Lions to come in and offer additional assistance for those working with youth, to teach how to maintain a bike, how to ride a bike, how to properly wear and put on a helmet. So that's another activity that this branch club is excited to do. Of course, any other activities that tie into our key areas of focus. We have a program in Minneapolis called Free Bikes for Kids that gets donated bikes. They clean them, they check the maintenance, the mechanics of the bike, and then they turn around and donate those bikes and helmets. And so this bike club excuse me, has the opportunity to visit that organization and participate with the cleaning and the maintenance. We have Santa bike rides for charity, and this could go for any season or holiday, any sponsored ride where it's the fundraising or the items brought in go to charity. And so whether it's a bike ride for Toys for Tots or a bike ride to fundraise for a charity, could be great for this club. An example would be Tour to Cure. That is something that happens across the nation, raising funds for diabetes research and education. Chef's Cycle is similar, raising funds to reach the goal of no hungry kids in your area. Again, a bike club would carry the Lions name and everything that goes with the Lions. So is a win for individuals who have a passion for biking, but also want to do good in their community. From the start, we've tried to push the promotion of a club. And so through word of mouth initially, here's what we're thinking, here's what we're talking about, here's an idea, what do we think, where can we take it? We created a Facebook page, asked everybody that we know to share it, to join it, to like it. When we post, we ask people to share, making sure that our events are on there, and just education or facts about what's happening in our community in terms of biking. We've also created the Meetup page, and Meetup, again, I explained, is just a site where individuals who are looking to join groups, they can go, they can search an area of interest to them. They can RSVP, you can see who RSVPs, and then you can connect with them through that program. If they missed the event or the meeting, you can ask, supply more information. You can, it's just a great way to connect with individuals who are interested in the events that you're posting. The other thing that we do is, I think we have a pretty good partnership in our district. And so making sure that officers in all of our clubs are trained. When you bring in a new branch club, some of the members may be transfers, some may be new to Lions, and asking them to not only learn what Lions is, but then one of these roles in addition to their daily life can be overwhelming for some. So just making sure that there's the training and the support for those individuals. In our district, we also do a lot of shared club, district events. And so an event that might be sponsored by the district and inviting clubs to participate, or clubs will partner together. Smaller clubs will work together to do cleanups or rides or stuff like that. So just really promoting cross-club involvement. Our district also has support from our GAT as a whole. Our GAT team meets together. They establish goals and make sure that clubs know those goals. And of course, the district offering support during COVID. COVID is a new time for us as Lions, finding ways to make sure that we're still able to make that impact in our community, making sure that our Lions are still feeling like they're valuable, and that comes with district partnership. So some of the tips that we have, or that I kind of tried to think about, is don't give up. The specialty club really for us took off when we had when we went to the sponsoring club and said, here is some ideas. One Lion within that club said, I'm an avid biker. I love it. I would love to help. And it's with that Lion's assistance that we've really started to take off. So this was not an instant, easy startup for us, but it's one that we feel is a valuable group to have in our district. And so persevere through some of the no's and keep going. Find that motivator, find that person who is really active in your idea and with the theme of the club. That one person can really make a difference, and we've seen that here. Another tip would be to set goals. Make sure that everyone is on the same page as to where you want to go. What are the action steps that are going to get you there? And then celebrate, of course, when you do reach those goals. And so be realistic. Set them so that they're goals that you can reach. And then truly do celebrate and honor those that have helped to reach those goals. Let the branch club take the lead as guiding lion or as club liaison, there to support, listen, offer suggestions, but really let the club take the lead on that. Promote, spread the word of what's being done. Don't be afraid to over promote, but really let people know that this club is up and coming. Consider a group in your community that could benefit from being a Lions Club. Are they doing things that the Lions name and what the Lions bring could help? And then just remember that it's a team effort. It's not an individual that's working to start a club. It should be a team effort. From the GMT to the subgroup to the guiding Lions to the liaison, to the sponsoring club. It's a team effort. And so if any one person becomes too stressed out, have them take a step back and remember that it's a team effort. So today it's been my honor just to give you a quick look into the Minneapolis Lions Bike Club, our branch club, which is also now a virtual Lions Club. We've come a long way. We're excited to see where this club goes. And if anybody does have any specific questions, you can feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, I thank you. And hopefully we will see the Minneapolis Lions Bike Club do great things in our future here.